Hi students, this is Botany PSR. Today we will discuss about classification and nomenclature of enzymes. What is that? Classification and nomenclature of enzymes. What is classification? Grouping of enzymes is called classification. Next, nomenclature of enzymes. That is, naming of enzymes is called nomenclature. Right? Who classified the enzyme classification? So that is by IUB, International Union of Biochemistry. So classification of enzymes proposed by IUB, International Union of Biochemistry. B stands for biochemistry. Don't say biology, don't say botany. IUB means International Union of Biochemistry. That IUB classified enzymes into how many classes means 6 classes. Each class is with how many subclasses means 4 to 13 subclasses. So IUB classified enzymes into how many classes? 6 classes. Each class is having how many subclasses? 4 to 13 subclasses. One by one we have to learn. Okay, right. That is, what is the order? O. Oxidoreductases. T. Transferases. H. Hydrolases. L. Liases. I. Isomerases. Lg. Ligases, also called S. Synthetases. OTH, LILG. OTH, LILG or S. Oxidoreductases, transferases, hydrolases, liases, isomerases, ligases or synthetases. Ligases are also called synthetases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth class is ligases, also called synthetases. To remember easily, I am going to tell a trick. What is that means? Owner of 2 houses living in Lodge or Singapore. What is that? Owner of 2 houses living in Lodge or Singapore. Owner of 2 houses living in Lodge or Singapore. That is the code to remember. You have to say all the 6 classes in the correct sequence only. All the 6 classes in the correct sequence. Class 1, oxidoreductases. Class 2, transferases. Class 3, hydrolases. Class 4, liases. Class 5, isomerases. Class 6, ligases, also called synthetases. Right. Oxidoreductases, also called dehydrogenases. Also called dehydrogenases. Right. In the word itself, the meaning is there. Oxidoreductases means these enzymes which catalyze, which undergo both oxidation and reduction, isn't it? So enzymes which catalyze oxidoreduction. Oxidoreduction means both oxidation and reduction between the 2 substrates. So the enzymes which catalyze oxidoreduction, that is, which enzymes which catalyze both oxidation and reduction, those are so called oxidoreductases. Oxidoreductases also called dehydrogenases. Right. What is oxidation? What is reduction? This is the basic points you have to know. Oxidation means addition of oxygen or removal of electrons or protons. Addition of oxygen or removal of electrons or protons. E minus means electrons, H plus means protons. Addition of oxygen or removal of electrons or protons is called oxidation. Reduction means removal of oxygen or addition of electrons or protons. These are the definitions you have to know. Okay, right. So the substrate is so called oxidized, also called reducing agent or reductant. Try to understand, the substance undergoes oxidized. The substance undergoes oxidized, and the substance is called, the substance that undergoes oxidation is called reducing agent or reductant. Here the substance that undergoes reduction is called reduced. Process is called reduced reduction, and the substrate is called oxidizing agent, also called oxidant. Okay, right. This is substrate oxidized, this is substrate reduced. Finally, reduced and oxidized. Let us learn in terms of example. Malate plus NAD plus. That means this malate H will come out and add to NAD plus. So that means NAD plus will get H plus. That is adding H plus. Adding H plus means that is it undergoes reduced. So malate, from the malate H plus will come out and added to NAD plus. Whenever H plus are removed means malate becomes oxaloacetic acid. Malate plus NAD plus gives rise to OAA, oxaloacetic acid, as it removes H plus. Removal of H plus means oxidation. So malate undergoes oxidized. The released H plus are accepted to NAD plus. It is able to take H plus. So it becomes reduced. Addition of H plus reduced. So finally OAA and NADH plus H plus. So it will called reduced, it will be called oxidized. So here oxidation and reduction occurs between the two substrates. So oxidoreductases catalyze oxidation, reduction, both. What we have to say? Both. One substrate will undergo oxidation, other substrate will undergo reduction. These oxidoreductases also called dehydrogenases, Here which enzyme is needed means, here the substrate is there, no? Malate dehydrogenase. Malate dehydrogenase belongs to, the word itself dehydrogenase is there, no? That's why it is class 1. Malate dehydrogenase belongs to class 1. Malate converts into OAA in presence of enzyme malate dehydrogenase. Here another substrate is NAD plus. Here the product formed is, whenever the H plus are released from malate, those H plus are accepted by NAD plus to form NADH2, which is unstable and form NADH plus H plus. Right. Malate converts into OAA in presence of enzyme malate dehydrogenase. So here this malate dehydrogenase undergoes both oxidation and reduction. Next, transferases. Transferases means, the word itself, the meaning is there. Transfer of a group G, which catalyze a transfer of group G. Group G means here other than hydrogen. Other than hydrogen. What does it mean? It may be the G group, may be the phosphate group or amino group. Transfer of a phosphate group, transfer of amino group. Okay, right, other than hydrogen. Right, see, glucose plus ATP. Glucose plus ATP. ATP full form is adenosine triphosphate. How many phosphate are present? 3 phosphates are present. One phosphorus will come outside, and the phosphorus which is released is accepted by glucose. Then glucose becomes glucose 6-phosphate. Then one phosphorus is released means, then how many phosphates are there? 2. ATP is converted into ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate. So glucose plus ATP is converted into glucose 6-phosphate plus ADP. Glucose converted into glucose 6-phosphate in presence of enzyme hexokinase. Hexokinase. Hexokinase belongs to class, like that they will ask. Hexokinase belongs to class 2. So here, which group is transferred? Transfer of phosphate group is transferred. So from ATP, one phosphate group is transferred and it is added to glucose. Then glucose becomes glucose 6-phosphate. ATP becomes ADP. Involved enzyme is, that is hexokinase. Did you understand? I hope you understood, my dear students. Okay. Next, hydrolysis. The word itself, the meaning is there. Hydro means water. Hydro means water. The reactions that catalyze in presence of water by the addition of water, hydrolysis is called hydrolysis. These occur in presence of water by the addition of water. Enzymes which catalyze hydrolysis of ester bond, ether bond, peptide bond, glycosidic bond, CC bond, C halide bond, PN bonds. So which enzymes hydrolyze ester bond, ether bond, peptide bond, glycosidic bond, CC bond, PN bond. Right. What is the code to remember means E square Pg. E square means ester bond, ether bond. Pg means peptide bond, glycosidic bond. Next one, E square Pg, Cc, pH, CC, CH, PN. E square Pg, E square Pg, Pg means peptide bond, glycosidic bond. CC, CH, PN bonds. Right. Where do you find these peptide bonds? Means peptide bonds are found in amino acids. Where do you find these glycosidic bonds? Glycosidic bonds are found in DNA. So to break the DNA segment, which enzymes are required means hydrolysis. And also these hydrolyses found in lysosomes. That is, lysosomes contain hydrolytic enzymes. Found in lysosomes which contain hydrolytic enzymes. The vesicle which contain hydrolytic enzymes are called lysosomes. So those hydrolytic enzymes belongs to class 3 hydrolyses. They occur in presence of water. They are useful for catalyzing hydrolysis of E square Pg, CC, Okay, right. That is which enzymes are needed to dissolve the protein, to break the bonds in protein. Protein means between two amino acids, peptide bonds are present. Here peptide bond. So hydrolysis of peptide because of hydrolysis. Hydrolysis of glycosidic bond. Glycosidic bond is found in DNA. So that is hydrolysis of DNA, hydrolysis of amino acids. Which enzymes are required means hydrolysis. Hydro means water, which occur in presence of water. So these hydrolyses are found in cell organelle called lysosomes, which contain hydrolytic enzymes. Hydrolytic enzymes belongs to class 3. Next, example means fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. Fructose 1,6-bisphosphate plus water. Water means in addition of water. In addition of water gives rise to fructose 6-phosphate plus PA means inorganic phosphate. So that is here 2 phosphorus are present, finally becomes 1 phosphorus. Fructose 6-phosphate means monophosphate. Here what does this 6 number means? 6 carbons are present in this compound. Fructose 1,6-bisphosphate converted into fructose monophosphate in presence of enzyme fructose 1,6-bisphosphatase. Fructose 1,6-bisphosphatase. Next, liases. Liases means in absence of water. Liases means in absence of water. The enzymes that catalyze in addition of water means hydrolases. In absence of water means liases. If we observe this means C bond C, X, Y. This together called one substrate gives rise to X minus Y, one product. C double bond C, another product. So this is one product, this is another product. So one substrate will give rise to how many products? Two products. So that is other than hydrolysis. Other than hydrolysis. So hydrolysis means hydrolases. Other than hydrolysis means that is liases. Forming double bonds. At the end, double bonds are formed now. So leaving double bonds means forming double bonds. So what the example means? Organosuccinic acid. This is the organosuccinic acid. Gives rise to X minus Y means that compound is so called arginine. C double bond C means fumaric acid. Right, that is one substrate will give rise to how many products? Two products. So one substrate will give rise to two products. What is that? Class enzyme means liases. One substrate will give rise to two products. That is A gives rise to B plus C. A gives rise to B plus C. That will be called as liases. So what is the difference between these two means? Hydrolases means in presence of water. Liases means in absence of water. Okay. Example, fructose 1,6-bisphosphate plus water gives rise to fructose 6-phosphate plus inorganic phosphate. Example, organosuccinic acid gives rise to arginine plus fumaric acid. Finally, one substrate will give rise to two products, that is A gives rise to B plus C. Here normal only. Here this is the peculiarity. Let us suppose 100 organosuccinic acid, 100 organosuccinic acid substrates are involved means total number of products formed means 1 organosuccinic acid, 2 products formed no. So 100 substrate molecules are involved means total products means 200 substrates, 200 products. 100 belongs to arginine, 100 belongs to fumaric acid. One substrate produces two products. 100 arginine substrates are present means organosuccinase enzyme is involved means total products formed means 200. 100 belongs to arginine, another 100 belongs to fumaric acid. Involved enzyme is organosuccinase. Organosuccinase belongs to, like that they will ask, class 4. Next. Look at here, my dear students, isomerases. Enzymes which catalyze interconversion of optical isomers, geometrical isomers, positional isomers. So that is interconversion of isomers. That is example, ribose 5-phosphate is converted into ribulose 5-phosphate in presence of enzyme ribose 5-phosphoisomerase. Ribose is converted into ribulose 5-phosphate in presence of enzyme ribose 5-phosphoisomerase, also called ribose 5-phosphate isomerase. So ribose is converted into ribulose. So ribose 5-phosphoisomerase belongs to which class? Class 5, like that. Next, synthetases, also called ligases. Synthetases also called ligases. Enzymes which catalyze linking together of two compounds. Here catalyze joining of which bonds means COCS-CN-PO, that is carbon oxygen, carbon sulfur, carbon nitrogen, phosphorus oxygen. COCS-CN-PO bonds joined. So what type of bonds joined here means COCS-CN-PO. In the third class means, what is the code means? Third class, E square Pg CC, CHPN. So that is hydrolysis of these bonds. So third class hydrolysis require hydrolysis of these types of bonds. Sixth class requires joining of bonds. What type of bonds means? CO, CS, CN, PO. PO means phosphate oxygen. Phosphate oxygen. Next one. What the example means? Glutamic acid plus NH3 plus ATP gives rise to glutamine plus ADP plus PI. PI means inorganic phosphate. Involved enzyme is glutamine synthetase. Glutamine synthetase. Here definitely ATP is required. So ATP required reactions are, you have to say this one only, ligases. Don't say that one. Don't say transferases. ATP required enzymes are enzymes which require ATP means don't say transferases. Why? Because here this is one of the substrate. If ATP is present means phosphate is transferred. Okay. If amino group is transferred means there is no ATP, no. So that's why ATP required enzymes are, you have to say only sixth class. Don't say transferases. Okay. Here some cases amino group is transferred. Then amino group is transferred means there is no ATP. So that's why ATP required enzymes are sixth class. Don't say second class transferases. Right. Glutamic acid is an amino acid. Glutamine is an amide. So that is, for this amino acid, another amino group is added. Finally, amide is formed. So when compared to amino acids, amides contain more nitrogen than amino acids, isn't it? So amino acids means, amino acids in that structure, how many amino groups are present? One amino group. Additionally, it is having another amino group. Finally, form amide. So generally, amino acids contain one amino group. General amides contain two amino groups. So which contain more nitrogen means amides contain more nitrogen. Amides contain more nitrogen than amino acids. Okay, right. Few questions, my dear students. Oxidoreductases undergo oxidation, reduction, both. What we have to say? Both oxidation and reduction. Next, enzymes which require ATP means, which require ATP means, that is, you have to say ligases. Don't say transferases. Next one, enzymes which require in presence of water. In the enzymes which occur in presence of water means, what we have to say? That is hydrolysis. Next one, in absence of water. In absence of water means liases. So all the six classes we have to say in the correct order. What are the six classes means? Oxidoreductases, we have to say in the order only. Oxidoreductases, transferases, hydrolyses, liases, isomerases, ligases or synthetases. What is the code means? Owner of two houses living in Lodge or Singapore. What is the example for oxidoreductases means? Malate dehydrogenase. Malate dehydrogenase. Hexokinase belongs to class 2. Hexokinase belongs to class 2. Next, class 3 means fructose 1,6 bisphosphatase. Fructose 1,6 bisphosphatase belongs to class 3. Class 4 enzyme, organosuccinase. Organosuccinase belongs to class 4. Isomerases, ribose 5-phospho isomerase. Ribose 5-phospho isomerase. Ligases, glutamine synthetase. Again, I am repeating, malate, you have to say in the correct order only. You have to remember, in your NCERT textbook, examples are not given. You have to remember the examples also. They will come in different places in botany. So many reactions will come in respiration. Some reactions will come in photosynthesis. So anyhow, those are not out of syllabus. Those are within the textbook only. Right. Malate dehydrogenase belongs to oxidoreductases. Transferases means hexokinase. Hydrolases means fructose 1,6-bisphosphatase. Lyases means organosuccinase. Isomerase means ribose 5-phosphoisomerase. Ligase means glutamine synthetase. In presence of water means hydrolases. In absence of water means lyases. In presence of water, hydrolases. In absence of water, lyases. Oxidoreductases also called dehydrogenases. Oxidoreductases undergo means both oxidation and reduction. Okay, I hope you understood, my dear students. Please note down all these points. Now look at here, my dear students, enzyme code. Enzyme code contains how many digit number means 4-digit number. Enzyme code contains 4-digit number. Let us learn in terms of one example. Glucose 6-phosphotransferase, also called hexokinase. Glucose 6-phosphotransferase, also called hexokinase. What the enzyme code means? 2712. Enzyme code of glucose 6-phosphotransferase is 2712. The first digit 2 indicates major class. 2 means what is the second class? Transferases. If 1 is present means oxidoreductases. 2 is present means transferases. 3 is present means 3. That is hydrolases. 4 is present means lyases. 5 number is present means isomerases. 6th number present means that is ligases, also called synthetases. So here what will be the class number range means? It may be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Maximum number 6 only. More than 6 not existed. Okay. So that is class 2. What is the class 2? Transferases. The first digit indicates major class or simply say class. Second digit indicates subclass. Third digit indicates subclass. Last digit 2 indicates serial number of enzyme in sub class. Again I am repeating, the first digit indicates class or major class, second digit indicates subclass, third digit indicates sub class, last digit indicates serial number of enzyme in sub class. See, first digit 2 indicates major class. 2 means called transferases. Always it is in a single digit only. 1 to 6 no. So the major class, the first digit always in a single digit. Single digit, true. The second digit indicates subclass. Sorry. Second digit indicates subclass. Third digit indicates subclass. Fourth digit indicates serial number of enzyme in subclass. So this subclasses means maybe 4 to 13. It may be a single digit or double digit. It may be a single digit or 2 digit number. So classes range is 1 to 16. Subclasses range is 4 to 13. That means here in this place, first digit place means it may be up to 6. Up to 6. This second digit number means up to 13. Up to 13. 1 3. So up to 13, okay. More than 13, not okay. Okay, right. Subclasses range is 4 to 13. That means one class may contain 4 subclasses or 5 subclasses, 6, 10, 11, 13, up to 13 only. So here may be a chance in the presence of 1 correct, 2 correct, 3 correct, 4 correct, 5 correct, 10 correct, 12 correct, up to 13 correct. Maybe 1 also correct, 2 also correct, 4 to 13 no. If the second subclass means second, third subclass means 3, first subclass means 1, fourth subclass means 4. Here 1 to 13 is correct, more than 13 is not correct. Here first digit 1 to 6 correct, more than 6 not correct. Okay, right. So subclasses range is 4 to 13. So the examples for enzyme code EC means enzyme code. EC means enzyme code. Enzyme code not existed. 7212, is it existed? Here first digit, what is the maximum number? 6 should be the maximum number. Here what is given? 7 is given. Is it possible? Not possible. Not existed enzyme codes are, example 7212, it not existed. 21412, is it existed or not possible? So it is not existed, it is not possible. Here the second digit, what is the maximum number? Up to 13 only. If more than 13, 14 or 15, not existed enzyme codes. First digit means up to 6, okay. Here 7 is given, no? 7, 8, 9, 12, not existed. So first digit indicates class, second digit indicates subclass, third digit indicates subclass, fourth digit indicates serial number of enzyme. This is very important. Okay, of course, these are not in our NCERT textbook. Of course, you have to learn all these things. Okay, now, though the heading is classification nomenclature of enzymes, they didn't explain nomenclature of enzymes in our NCERT textbook. You have to learn the nomenclature of enzymes. Nomenclature of enzymes depends upon type of substrate, type of reaction, combination of both substrate and type of reaction, combination of both substrate and reaction type. Let us suppose type of reaction means if carboxylation occurs, enzyme involved is carboxylase. Phosphorylation occurs means enzyme involved is phosphorylase, like that. So that is nomenclature. What does it mean? Nomenclature of enzyme means naming of enzyme is called nomenclature. This nomenclature of enzyme depends upon type of substrate, type of reaction, combination of both substrate and type of reaction. This is also very important. Now, most of the enzymes are ended with the suffix ase. Carboxylase, ase is there. Phosphorylase, ase is there. Hexokinase, ase is there. Malate dehydrogenase, ase is there. Ribose 5-phosphoisomerase, ase is there. Majority of enzymes are ended with the suffix ase, ASE. Okay, but some enzymes are not ended with the suffix ase. What are they? But some enzymes do not end with the suffix ase, or pepsin, trypsin, renin, casein. That is pepsin, trypsin, renin, casein. These are the enzymes only, but these are not ended with the suffix ase. So finally, these are valid names or invalid names? These are valid names only. These are valid names only. These are valid names. Don't say invalid. Okay. Next, these are also called arbitrary. Some enzyme names are arbitrary. That means, what does it mean arbitrary? Means which are not based on the substrate, which are not based on the type of reaction. So, the naming of enzyme that is not based on the substrate, that is not based on type of reaction, those are so called arbitrary. Those are nothing but valid names only. Pepsin, trypsin, casein. Pepsin, trypsin, renin, casein. Pepsin, trypsin, renin, casein. These are valid names only. I hope you understood, my dear students. Please note down all these points, and we will meet in the next class.